guys, it's your teacher, Emma, and I'm here at our church, St. Gabriel's. All right, so you guys know what time it is. Let's look inside. Hey guys. All right, remember this space from last episode? We talked about it. This right here is the altar. But we're going to be talking about a place that's not the altar. Well, it includes the altar. It's called the sanctuary. But let's talk about that word real quick. What's the sanctuary? The sanctuary is all of this, plus the altar. All right. So these seats that face the altar are where you sit in with your family. But what's the name of them? They're called the pews. These books right here in front of the pews are how you can follow along with the readings and the songs that we hear in church. All right, let's head over here. We have to do a little throwback to the first episode though. Remember in the first episode we talked about the baptismal fonts, right? I said that there were 3 in the church. There was one out there that we used to remind ourselves of our baptism, but this right here is the actual font that people get baptized in. You may have been baptized in it too. It's like a gigantic bowl. All right, but now that we've talked about this big bowl known as the baptismal font, let's talk about this funny looking candle. As you can see, it has 2 Greek letters written on it. This A looking thing right here is called Alpha, and it represents the beginning of the Greek alphabet. And this upside down U looking thing represents Omega, and that's the end of the Greek alphabet. So this candle right here is a representation of Jesus, of what Jesus said. Basically, that I am the beginning and the end. So let's head over to the other side of the church. All right, boom, we're here. So this is where we hear the singing that we hear in church. This is where the cantor stands. The cantor is the person that sings during our psalms and our other gathering songs in the church. And our music is played on the piano or the organ, which is like a super powerful piano. Yeah, it's pretty awesome if you really look at it. Here's a little thing for you guys to know. Singing in the choir is just another form of praying. But let's head over here real quick. All right, so what we're about to look at is known as the Stations of the Cross. My videographer and I are going to give you a little tour of all of the pictures. All right, guys. So this first station is when Jesus is being condemned to death. As you can see, this is Jesus right here, and this is Pontius Pilate. The second station, so Jesus carrying his cross. He's right there. The third station is when Jesus falls for the first time. The fourth station represents Jesus seeing his mother Mary. As you can see, this is Jesus right here, and this is Mary in the blue. Is when Simon of Cyrene helps Jesus carry his cross because he was too weak to do it. The sixth station is when a woman named Veronica wiped Jesus' face for him. This is where Jesus falls for the second time, station 7. All right, and now we're going to have to go to the other side of the church. And station 8 represents when Jesus falls for the third time. Station 9 is where Jesus is meeting with the women of Jerusalem. Station 10, Jesus is being stripped of his clothes. before he's being nailed on the cross. Station 11, Jesus being nailed to the cross. Station 12, Jesus died on the cross. Station 13 showed Jesus being taken down from the cross. And then station 14 shows Jesus being placed in the tomb. All right, so as you can see, these pictures aren't happy. They're sad pictures. But they're here to remind us of how much Jesus loved us. But follow me, we have one more place to go before we end this episode. Did you guys ever wonder where all the things on the altar were stored? They're stored right back here, right behind the altar. It's just like a big storage room. All right, guys, but come over here. So in these past 2 episodes, we've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about the altar and the entire rest of the sanctuary. Today, we talked about the pews. We talked about the baptismal font. We talked about the cantor and where they sing and play the music. And we talked about all 14 stations of the cross. All right, but that's it for today. So please, come back next time, and thank you for exploring with me.